the most powerful hair care practices wasn't even about product application at all. It was about, when people talk about natural hair care today, we hear a lot about products, new formulas, new oils, new hair care routines. But long before modern hair care products existed, many African communities already had structured systems that helped them care for textured hair. And interestingly, some of these practices are still incredibly helpful today. In this video, we're going to look at ancient African hair care practices that have stood the test of time and are still very relevant when it comes to how natural hair is cared for in this day and age. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eve, and on this channel we focus on structured natural hair care systems that help you reach your hair goals, help you grow long hair, full hair, very healthy hair, all from the comfort of your home, all while using simple but efficient methods. Before I get into my pointers, I want to say one of the reasons why ancient African systems for hair care were so effective was because they prioritized low manipulation and using as little products as possible. There were also no chemicals back in the day. They used herbal treatments straight from the earth. They kept their hair care practices very easy to follow, and they also had very comfortable lifestyles. The weather was great. They had everything they needed, and they cared for their hair as part of community activities. And you can tell that this was such a great thing to do because when you look at the hair of our ancestors, they had really long hair, really full hair. Their hair was flowing all the way to the ground. And we see this not only in African indigenous community from back in the day, but also Indian communities. We see them in Native American communities and just any indigenous tribes. The first thing to note is that protective styles were a long-term strategy. You may hear the term protective style today and think it just came up because we were doing great and we were caring for our hair in this way or that way, preserving the hair. But even from way back, our ancestors used to keep their hair in one style for weeks and months at a time, and they repeated the same styles. Most of these tribes are known for wearing their hair in a specific way, and that is how you can tell that somebody came from a certain tribe. So for example, you see the women from Chad, the way that they wore their hair after applying their chebe treatment, they just put it into a few braids. But almost every woman in the community that puts chebe in their hair or that even had hair had the same hairstyle. It's just that as we have grown and as society has progressed, diversification also touched the natural hair community, and we had way more options when it came to the way that we wear our hair. And one thing I want to highlight is that because of how minimalistic the hairstyles were, because of the absence of pressure, because of the absence of extensions, their hair had more room to thrive. It's also another reason why in more recent times, if you really want to see progress on your hair growth journey, then you will cut out excessive use of extensions, you will cut out excessive pressure, you will cut out excessive manipulation, and you will keep your hairstyles very simple, very easy to do, very low tension on the hair and scalp. Though these hairstyles may look very simple, since the goal is to preserve the hair, you are going to take note of the fact that you are not just making this hairstyle because you want something that looks simple, but because you want to preserve your hair, you want to preserve your length, and you want to see your hair look healthy once you take the hairstyle off. Historically, many African communities wore braids, they wore twists, and they wore threaded styles very regularly, and these styles help to keep the hair stretched, reduce tangling, and reduce daily manipulation. The second practice is herbal hair treatment. I will use the ladies from Chad again because they are the easiest example. Their chebe hair treatment was done every single time. They applied the chebe to the hair and they left it in for weeks at a time, and when they took the chebe off, they simply reapplied it to the hair. They did not really do multiple hair treatments. Back in the hair, treatments were unique, they were for specific purposes, and they were not hopping from one treatment to the other. They had the treatment that they did to keep their hair looking healthy, to preserve their hair according to their climate, according to their locations, and they did these things every single time. When you want to search for a specific African tribe, most of the time when you look at their hair and when you look at the people, they use the same treatment every single time. For men, for women, for children, everybody used the same hair treatment. Even though in more recent times we've had also a lot of options when it comes to more products, when it comes to more treatment, we can also go back to using the same treatments to care for our hair, even herbal treatments, and you will see so much better results because these treatments are traditional and they support scalp health and good hair growth. Good examples, I mentioned the Chadian women. So the Chadian women are known for chebe hair powder, which is the treatment they apply to their hair. There is also hibiscus, which is used in different regions of Africa, and then we have fenugreek treatment used mostly in Northern Africa. These different ingredients and herbal treatments are often combined with different oils and butters to form a strengthening treatment which is applied to the hair to nourish the hair. The goal wasn't complicated routines at all. It was simple routines that complemented the environment that they constantly were in. And then we have oils and butters for moisture protection and sealing. Oils and butters have been a part of African hair care for as long as any of us can remember, and the primary example of a butter is shea butter. Shea butter has to be the most popular butter in the hair care and hair ingredient space. Other examples are castor oil and baobab oil. These different ingredients were used to protect the hair from the incredibly harsh environment which is typical amongst African countries. Our textured hair tends to lose moisture more easily, and the reason for this is because natural oils from the scalp find it difficult to pass all the way down the body of the hair because the hair is not straight, it is curly or tightly coiled. Applying oils and butters creates a protective barrier that helps to reduce moisture loss. But one of the most powerful hair care practices wasn't even about product application at all. It was about consistency. Historically, hair care was always a communal activity, meaning people sat down in their communities and did their hair together. Hair was detangled carefully, styled methodically, and maintained regularly, and this level of consistency helped to reduce breakage and maintain healthy hair over time. Somehow, as times progressed, we lost these formulas of consistency and modern hair care became overcomplicated. But many traditional practices were actually very simple, which enabled the people to stay consistent with them. And we can see that as they kept their hair routines, their hair also grew longer and they didn't cut their hair no matter how long it got in most cases. Another very important practice was scalp health. Massaging oils or herbal treatments into the scalp help to stimulate blood flow circulation, create a healthy environment for the hair to grow, and reduce dryness of the scalp, thereby reducing any inflammation, reducing dandruff, and reducing any proneness to baldness. Healthy hair begins with a healthy scalp, and this is one principle that has not changed. If your scalp is unhealthy, if there is inflammation, if you struggle with any kind of hair loss or alopecia, you're going to observe that it will be difficult for your hair to grow properly in the affected areas. And so when you look closely at traditional hair care practices, you will notice something that stands out. These practices were not focused on quick fixes like we have come to look for today. Instead, they were focused on longevity, they were focused on repetition, they were focused on keeping things simple, and they were focused on using herbal treatments that actually worked, which they could find from their surroundings. As a result of all of these, they ended up with low manipulation, moisture being preserved in the hair and scalp, proper scalp care, and consistency. And these principles are the principles that when you still apply them even up until this day, you get the best result. There is a reason why some of the people we know who have the longest hair have very simple, very minimalist routines. They do the same things repeatedly, they use the same products repeatedly, they don't go around using different things every other day, and we can see the result in the way that their hair looks. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget, if you need help with a simple routine like this that preaches consistency but is very easy to follow, you can go ahead and grab my 30-day hair growth guide. It's linked in my description box and it's incredibly helpful. It's just what you need. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.